This is the realm where 1 second of lost focus costs millions, where calculation meets fatigue, where heroes of the felt become cautionary tales. Today we explore the single most expensive misread ever captured in high-stakes poker. A hand so costly, so unforgettable that it changed how even the best players guard every glance, every card, and every beat of their heart, the perfect streak. In the world of poker, very few names inspire awe like Phil Ivey. The man known as the Tiger Woods of poker had conquered tournaments, dominated high-roller cash games, and declared himself as a nearly unbeatable force at the table. His reputation wasn't built on luck, it was earned through mental toughness, cunning reads, and a near superhuman ability to sense what opponents held.
Back to the featured table, where Phil Ivey and everyone else in the room trying to balance survival and chip accumulation with the final table so close. Ivey with pocket eights.
Ivey won his first bracelet in 2000 in Pot Limit Omaha. Heads up against Amarillo Slim. A changing of the guard. That's the last time Slim made a World Series final table.
Still raised to 320. Showman with pocket deuces.
How much are you behind?
I don't know.
Actually, this is the second time Ivey's asked him that with a pocket pair, and it's the second time Smith has had ace-9.
Sometimes it's not what they answer, but how they answer.
I think I started with 6.5 or 6 or something like that.
I'd like to tell you what Phil Ivey is thinking, but he thinks in a much higher level than I do, so I don't want to pull a brain muscle.
By the late 2000s, Ivey had amassed tens of millions in live earnings, gained sponsorships, and become a celebrity in his own right. Many thought he was untouchable, but poker, like life, doesn't wait for the perfect player. It waits for the perfect moment of error. The game that slipped. It was a high-stakes cash game, tens of thousands in blinds, a private room in Las Vegas, cameras rolling but only the elite present. Ivey sat with a stack deep enough that every decision mattered. The flop came, the turn came, bets flew. On the river, Ivey believed he'd made the nut flush, confident. He slid forward chips, a large bet. The opponent hesitated, folded. Victory. But the story didn't end there. Minutes after the hand, it emerged. Ivey had misread his own hand. He hadn't actually made the flush. His board was beaten by a straight, or his flush draw missed while he believed it hit.
Check.
Checks again.
Check.
Ace.
Ivey checks.
I guess Ivey was worried about a higher spade flush.
Smith shows his aces up. Ivey mocks his flush.
He just mucked his hand. He can't even win when he wins. Phil, you had a flush. 5 suited cards is a flush. You gotta be kidding me.
But Smith will take that pot.
I am barring Phil from the big game for 30 days.
Phil Ivey mucked the winner.
Wow.
Phil, you misread your hand. You misread your hand. How could you misread your hand?
The pot he thought he'd won legally belonged to his opponent. The silent dealer scoop happened, the chips moved, the room exhaled. That slip? It cost Ivey something like $2.3 million right then and there. For a player used to winning, that kind of mistake was absurd. Why this moment stung? Why does a misread matter so much? Because it strips away myth. Ivey's aura relied on precision. When you're considered the best, one error redefines your image. Suddenly, the table looks at you differently. Opponents believe they can catch you. The legend shakes. In professional poker, misreads like this are rarer than royal flushes. Most players check, confirm, slow roll mentally, review their cards. But under deep stack, fatigue-ridden, adrenaline-pumped conditions, even the elite slip. The pain isn't just losing the pot, it's losing respect, momentum, and sometimes legacy. As several pros around the table reportedly whispered afterward, if Ivey can muck the winning hand, anyone can.
The flop is 5, Queen 10. Ivey's pocket eights are still best.
Jordan Smith just has ace high.
And he checks it.
Come on, Phil, you got pocket pair. Show some pep in your step.
Oh, he checks with 2 overs on that flop. And now the turn card is another queen. Ivey still best, and he adds a flush draw.
And Jordan Smith still with just ace high.
Smith
Check.
will check again.
This is a spot Ivey might pounce on with a pair and a flush draw.
But no, he checks too.
I'm surprised.
River card, ace of spades. Ivey with a check mark, hitting his flush. Smith, though, got that ace. He has aces up.
Check.
Checks again.
Ace.
Ivey checks.
I guess Ivey was worried about a higher spade flush.
Smith shows his aces up. Ivey mocks his flush.
He just mucked his hand. He can't even win when he wins. Phil, you had a flush. 5 suited cards is a flush. You gotta be kidding me.
But Smith will take that pot.
I am barring Phil from the big game for 30 days.
Phil Ivey mucked the winner.
Phil, you misread your hand. You misread your hand. How could you misread your hand?
That phrase spread through the circuit, reminding even casual players of the human risk in the game of chips and mirrors what went wrong. So what triggered the collapse? There were a few culprits: deep stacks, long hours, multiple sessions, and a belief that his read was perfect. In hindsight, players pointed out that Ivey had skipped a second glance at his hole cards. He'd assumed his flush draw completed and acted at mega stakes. Assumptions kill. Another factor: opponent pressure. When you're used to winning big pots, the table doesn't give you slack. High rollers circling you extract any weakness. The moment of confidence, I've got this, is the moment disaster can strike. This misread reminded every pro: check your cards, check them again. Am I sure? What if I'm wrong? Because when you're playing with millions, almost sure isn't enough.
Ivey with pocket eights.
Ivey won his first bracelet in 2000 in Pot Limit Omaha. Heads up against Amarillo Slim. A changing of the guard. That's the last time Slim made a World Series final table.
Phil raised to 320. Shulman with pocket deuces.
Jeff Shulman looks like a Hollywood producer who hasn't had a movie made in about 6 years.
He lays this hand down. Action on George Karajorgis, a restaurant owner from Montreal. And he'll lay it down. Nick Maimoni.
Here's the kitty corner. Maimoni, Lichtenberger, Mattis, and Kata. There should be a cotton candy machine on that side of the table.
Mattis lays it down on young Joe Kata. Kata won't play this hand either. So they'll leave it up to the old guys. 27-year-old Jordan Smith in the big blind with ace-9 offsuit.
Smith's only 27, but he just seems more world-weary.
Wondered what Ivey might have raised with under the gun.
The fallout and legacy. In the hours and days following the hand, the story spread like wildfire in poker lounges across the world. Forums lit up with, "Did you see the Ivey hand?" Dealers reviewed it. New players clipped the moment into what not to do montages. The incident became part of poker education. For Ivey himself, the loss didn't destroy his career. He remained a top player with countless wins. But that hand redefined him. He became human. He became fallible. And that shift mattered to the industry. What do you think? Was it pure human error, or was something deeper going on behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading your takes on these wild poker moments. If you enjoyed this breakdown of high-stakes drama, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more unbelievable real-life stories from the poker world, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Until next time, keep your cards close, your eyes sharper, and remember, even legends can misread the game.